Hello, hi everyone. My name is Manuel Cota of Nacho Cota, and here's my first evidence for geopolitical challenges of globalization. This is my international experience plan, and I want you all to come with me and check it out. So first, a little bit about myself. I'm Nacho Cota. I'm a third-year ETS student, computer science for those in English. My interests are video games, VR and AR, and computer graphics. Those are like my main areas of research and study. And I also like cooking and baking, anime, and TV shows. So, where do I want to go in this international experience to meet my international quota? I want to go to Japan. It's a place that I visited before, particularly Tokyo and Kyoto. It's also a great place for computer science and technologies, like everywhere the inventions are made there. And it's also my dream place to visit. Even though I've been once, I really want to go again. And here are some pictures from my last visit in 2016. So if you want to check them out, just pause the video. And am I going to study in Japan? So I'm studying Tohoku University, which is in Sendai, in the Tohoku region. This university is one of the best in Japan overall, and it's the number five for computer science. It's also one of the best for foreign students and researchers due to its open door policy. They really attract a lot of international talent and scholars to come and study and do their research there. And they're really open about it, and they like foreigners to come and study there. So the most important things are like, let's lay out our plan. When can I really go? So the only time I have to go during my studies is in the seventh semester, which is next year in August. And so I'm going in that semester. What skills do I have to live in Japan? I have some previous experience from being in the country. I know the transportation system, really important landmarks, how to navigate to the subway and stuff like that. I also have the Japanese language in my hand. I am intermediate level, somewhere around that. And I'm still keeping up with it. And I have a certification for basic Japanese, so I know some things beforehand. How am I paying for it? Well, Tec de Monterrey has a way to pay for it. It's called Colegiatura Tech for the tuition fees. In this case, uh, the main idea is that you are paying the same amount as if you were studying back in Mexico. So, for example, if I pay 10,000 pesos here in Mexico, I will pay the same amount even though I'm in Japan. The bad thing is here is that there's a limited amount of spaces uh, for each semester. So I think for Tohoku University this semester, there's only around two or three spaces. So there's not like a lot of availability for this program. But the good thing is that I think I have a head start with Japanese and with my certification. So I think I could get one of those spaces. I'm really optimistic about it. The next part is how to get there actually. And so I've laid out all my possibilities, and I think flying from Los Angeles to Tokyo Narita Airport is the cheapest option for me. In my case, it's really expensive to fly from Mexico to Japan. It's around 3,000, 2,000 peso, $2,000, excuse me. And from Los Angeles, it's around $500 to $600. So it's like radically cheaper. So I could make the drive to Los Angeles. It's not that far, it's like an 8 hour drive in my case, and get there. So yeah, and I could be any one of these three airlines: All Nippon Airways, Japan Airlines, or Singapore Airlines. They have the cheapest fares and also have the best customer service based on the reviews I saw beforehand. So yeah, this would be my three options for next year. Living expenses, according to the Tohoku University international website, they laid out some like housing options and like living expenses options and costs. So in this case, housing is around 28,000 yen, which translates to 260 US dollars a month. That's a little bit more than what I'm paying right now in Guadalajara as a foreign student. So I'm not, it's basically the same amount. Then for food, It's like 750 to 70 US dollars a month. It's not really that expensive. It's just knowing where and when to get it. There are discounts depending on the hour and where you buy them. And transportation, 60 to 80 US dollars a month by train. Train is king in Japan. Train is the main form of transportation, and also bicycles and walking. So mainly I'm going to be walking from housing in campus to my classes and maybe some points of interest near me. And if I need to go somewhere else, well, I'm going to use the train. And now let's talk about all the boring stuff that is documentations and visa, things you really need to do beforehand. So for tourists, to stay up to 90 days, you don't actually need a visa. You just need your passport from Mexico to enter. But if you're going for something other than tourism or transit through Japan, you need to apply for a visa. And in this case, a visa is obligatory for students applying to Japanese university exchange programs. And the applications can be made to the Embassy of Japan in Mexico, which is located in Mexico City. And so this is the required documents and the cost. We need the application form, passport photos for our visa, current passport in original and copy, certification of eligibility provided by our school in Japan, airplane ticket both ways so you don't overstay your visa. And in case of transit through another country, like the US or Canada, you need to show that you are legally allowed to enter those countries. The cost is 1,040 Mexican pesos, and it's delivered in 3 to 5 business days. So it's pretty costly, and but it's pretty fast. Then the next part is conflicts and or struggles for foreigners. Japan is a really uniform and traditional society. It is expected that everyone follows the same norms of conduct, and foreigners are treated differently based on race, skin color, and English aptitude. I didn't really experience that on my first travel there, but there are experiences like that. Especially, I left a link down below from Manobidoro, which talks more about this. And this phrase that is really ubiquitous in Japanese language, which Derokido utareru, which means that the nail that sticks out gets hammered down, to really illustrate the point that Japan is a really uniform society. And there are the main form of discrimination is against Muslim and Southeast Asian tourists or visitors, because even though if you speak Japanese and all that, they tend to see you as inferior because you don't have as a bright or lighter skin tone. And also in Japan, this is like a relatively normal thing, is that there will be Japanese only places, mainly restaurants that have Japanese only sections or that are wholly Japanese only. I never asked why. I did my research, and it's basically just the owners feeling that they only should serve Japanese customers. So just avoid these places. There are a lot of great places that are open for everyone in Japan. And what are the outcomes of studying Japan? So I could learn a little bit more of the Japanese education system before my master's degree. I'm planning on doing a master's degree after I graduate in Japan, so this could be a great opportunity to learn more about it and know if I like it beforehand. And I could visit the country, places I missed last time, and practice my Japanese, which at that time was really basic when I first visited, and now I feel more confident about it. So thanks for watching. This is my plan on the future, and I hope you really liked it. See ya.